Hello viewer, this is the Retail Guy again for another Story Feats episode where I look at the full story behind comic and manga feats to see if they hold true. Today I'll be picking on the Dragon Ball manga today to see if the claims made about its many feats hold true. Specifically, I'll be going through the feat of Vegeta threatening to destroy a planet called Earth in the Saiyan Saga with his Gallic gun. Given what's presented in the Saiyan Saga, you can argue either way if Vegeta could destroy planets or not. Today, I'll be looking at the different feats presented during the Saiyan Saga to see which is more likely. Okay, disclaimers before going on. So, yeah, spoiler warning, of course, for the Dragon Ball manga and anime. And while the story is about 30 years old, some people still may not have seen or read it yet. So, yeah, exercising my due diligence, spoiler warning. Okay, and secondly, any scans or anime clips I show is purely for informative purposes. I don't own any of these properties, so please support any official merch for all things Dragon Ball. Okay, looking into the Dragon Ball Z anime, it's pretty much confirmed that yes, Vegeta can destroy planets. Now, before you start arguing whether the anime is canon or not, just know that I don't intend to argue whatever way at all. My aim here is to merely present all the information that is available. So, easiest thing for me to do is to let you judge whether the Dragon Ball Z anime is canon. With that out of the way, I'll show you the clip shortly of Vegeta destroying planet Alia. Now, to be clear, this is in the original Dragon Ball Z anime and not in the Dragon Ball Z Kai anime. And this clip will be from the Funimation dub episode 7 titled Trouble on Alia. Now, as a further warning, I have altered the clip for intellectual reasons, if you will.
Heroes ain't all they're cracked up to be. Oh, Lemlia, my darling! Lemlia, my darling! At last we are together! Forever! It's a pity there's never a camera around when you really need one.
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
Well, Nappa, I think we made the...
Looking further into the anime, it appears that Vegeta in the Saiyan Saga was easily able to destroy planets. So the next clip here will be of King Vegeta destroying 3 planets with what appears to be relative ease. Now, again, this is from the Dragon Ball Z anime and not from the remake, the Dragon Ball Z Kai anime. In the manga, it was stated by Vegeta that he was stronger than his father when he was a kid. Now, you could argue that he was exaggerating or lying, but look at this logically. When he's fighting Frieza at this point, I don't see how bluffing could help him at all. So more likely, I do feel that Vegeta was telling the truth. Okay, so I will show you the clip of King Vegeta destroying 3 planets, and as a note, this is from the Funimation dub episode 71 titled End of Vegeta, and of course the clip has been altered for intellectual reasons. So that's it from the Dragon Ball Z anime. It's pretty definitive that Vegeta can destroy planets in the Saiyan Saga in the anime. Now looking at the manga, it's not so clear cut, so I'll be going through the several feats that were presented during the Saiyan Saga, and hopefully it'll give you, fellow viewer, a better judgment on whether Vegeta in the manga, in the Saiyan Saga, can destroy planets. Now for your reference, the Dragon Ball manga for the Saiyan Saga spans from volume 17 to volume 21. The first feat in question will be of Gohan accidentally transforming into the Uzaru, or Great Ape, for the first time. In the left scan, Gohan's Uzaru power is on display, where he nukes an entire area with his blast. On the right scan, Piccolo comments that he could possibly destroy the planet before the Saiyans, that is Nappa and Vegeta, arrive on Earth. Worst case scenario, it could be argued that Gohan would have been able to destroy the Earth while the full moon was out. This would make sense, as come daybreak, Gohan would revert back to his human form and not rampage anymore. On the flip side, you can argue Gohan would have destroyed the planet within the year, before the Saiyans arrived, during several different moon cycles. This is also logical, given the Saiyans Nappa and Vegeta would arrive on Earth in the year. Piccolo's statement never gets expanded on, so both arguments are equally valid and invalid. The common point here is that Gohan's Uzaru form is capable of planetary destruction, but through multiple attacks over time and not in one shot. For context, this occurred after the defeat of Raditz, and Gohan had not started his 1 year of training with Piccolo. If you ever wondered how Piccolo stopped Gohan's rampage, here it is. Piccolo goes to destroy the moon, which is the closest thing to a planet that was destroyed throughout the Saiyan Saga. And yes, the moon is smaller than planet Earth, but that's still destroying a planet-like object. And for context, this is before Piccolo does his 1 year of training to prepare for the Saiyans, Nappa and Vegeta. So Piccolo is noticeably tired after destroying the moon. From this, it can be argued Piccolo was tired from escaping Gohan's Uzaru attacks, he was tired from blasting the moon, or a combination of both. Looking back to when Piccolo destroys the moon, it appears he took little time to charge his attack when destroying it. Also bear in mind that Gohan was rampaging around him, so there would have been a relatively small time span for Piccolo to charge the blast and destroy the moon. Based on this, it is more probable Piccolo was tired from avoiding Gohan's Uzaru attacks, and it seems to require minimal effort for him to destroy the moon. The moon feat at this point suggests that DBZ characters at this point have the ability to destroy small planet-like objects with relative ease. Next, I'll look at some of Nappa's feats that may give clues on Vegeta's planet-busting ability. So here, we see Nappa powering up to take on the Z fighters. It's mentioned that the Earth is shaking while Nappa powers up, which seems to be supported with the environment shaking around the other Z fighters in the panels. The real kicker with Nappa's power is when he resists Chaozu's telekinesis. Now yes, shaking the Earth is not blowing it up, but of course powering up is not actually attacking someone or something. In contrast, Goku powering up is definitely shaking up the surrounding area, but there doesn't seem to be any mention of the planet shaking at all. And after the dust settles, we get this famous over 8,000/9,000 scene with Vegeta's Scouter. And in this one scan of many showing Goku taking Nappa down a peg, it clearly shows that Goku's power is at least equal to Nappa's own. So now with these bits of information presented, full disclosure, my theory is mostly that, a theory. So here it is. Given the comparable power between Goku and Nappa, it implies that DBZ characters powering up can control the effect on the environment around them. These feats imply that Goku and Nappa's power at this point have the ability to physically affect the whole planet. Again, this is mostly headcanon based on what's been presented. So now we move on to a feat showcasing Nappa's destructive power. Specifically, this is of Nappa destroying a city when he and Vegeta first arrive on Earth. In the next scan, we see the full range of Nappa's attack from outer space, where a large explosion is seen on the surface of the Earth. Also inside Earth, we see through Chaozu and Tien how far the attack extends. This feat suggests Nappa is capable of planetary destruction by destroying large sections at a time, like Uzuru Gohan shown previously. However, this is not confirmation Nappa could destroy a planet in one shot. It can be argued Nappa took a little effort for this feat, but the exact amount of power Nappa used is never revealed. So this feat is proof of Nappa eventually destroying a planet, but not in one shot. Now time to see what Vegeta can do, by seeing how he powers up. And as stated by Goku in the scan, he comments that the planet is trembling, while the panels show that Vegeta is destroying the landscape. In addition, it's observed that Vegeta is generating hurricanes in the surrounding area. This confirms that Vegeta's power also has a planetary level effect, and yes, shaking a planet isn't destroying it, but note that powering up isn't an actual attack. As with Nappa and Goku, it's clear from this feat that Vegeta would be capable of planetary destruction, along with the fact he is established to be the strongest character at this point. In the next scan, everything becomes still, with the skies clearing up after Vegeta finishes powering up. However, it appears Goku is feeling uneasy from Vegeta's ki. This suggests Vegeta may have shown some control when powering up. If Vegeta had no restraint, then he could possibly cause serious damage to the Earth just from increasing his power. This is supported by previous comparisons of Goku and Nappa powering up, where despite being comparable in power, Nappa managed to shake the planet, while Goku only affected the surrounding area. Of course, this is mostly headcanon given the little information, and certainly not proof of planet busting. This does, however, give a general idea of Vegeta's capabilities, that his power is planetary in range. And just to address this, looking at Goku and Vegeta's beam struggle, there isn't much mention of its effect on Earth. At most, it was shown to shake up and damage the surrounding landscape, so there's not much to go on from here. So that's all the manga feats covered. Hopefully I've helped you make a better judgment of whether Vegeta in the manga can destroy a planet in the Saiyan Saga. If you want my opinion, then you can continue watching on. So to summarize, yes, it is confirmed Vegeta in the anime can destroy a planet. For the manga, with all the feats analysed, I believe that Saiyan Saga Vegeta could destroy a planet in one shot, but with great effort. Here's why to summarize. In the Saiyan Saga, it has been established that lesser characters like Nappa and possibly Uzuru Gohan are capable of planetary destruction. To be clear, they can destroy a planet by destroying large sections of it over time, and not necessarily in one shot. Next, Vegeta himself is shown to shake up an entire planet just by powering up. He even creates hurricanes and storms, while indirectly also destroying the surrounding area. And finally, planetary objects, such as the moon, has been destroyed before, specifically by Piccolo. While the moon is smaller than a planet such as Earth, Piccolo was far weaker than Vegeta when he performed this feat. More likely than not, he was also using minimal effort, as addressed earlier. Truth be told, there is no defined level of power used by Piccolo to destroy the moon, so it can't directly correlate to Vegeta being able to destroy Earth. However, it was demonstrated that other characters could cause planetary destruction, and Vegeta was shown capable of shaking up the Earth, while causing collateral damage in the process. Given these feats, I'd argue it's more reasonable to conclude that Vegeta can destroy a planet, but with considerable effort. For clarity, I am not saying this is 100% fact in the manga, as stated before, since it's not so clear-cut on this topic. I am arguing it is more likely than not that Vegeta can one-shot planets using full power in the manga in the Saiyan Saga. Of course, in the Dragon Ball Z anime and not Dragon Ball Z Kai, it does confirm that Vegeta can destroy planets. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. As always, please support any official DBZ merch whenever you can. So, thanks again, and hope to see you next time.